Welcome to Project EARPTT.
Electrically assisted rocket-powered tandem trike.
So the plan with this trike is that we're going to have it set up so we can have at one point it run off an electric motor and also have an alternator hooked up with a 12-volt battery so you can recharge on the move across flat ground and down hills and use the electric motor to help you up hills and across flat ground when you're not charging the battery.
And for the rocket part, rocket's a bit of a misnomer. We're gonna use pulse jet shaped like an M, so would arc around the tires, triple exhaust. And then we'd also try to use a turbojet using the turbo from a car jet engine. They're pretty efficient, and so that would generate a lot of thrust. That would just be for in general, rather than certain situations.
We're boys, we like noise.
Yeah, yeah, boy.
And then tandem trike. So we're also going to have it set up so we can have a modular setup to it so we can unhook and hook up different parts. So like when we mount the pulse jet, it's going to have a different piece that we put in than when we have it set up for tandem or when we have it set up for the alternator. So we'll have it set up with a bracket system is the plan. We'll have a diagram for you popping up right now. Okay, so now that you've seen the diagram, you sort of got a general idea of what we're talking about.
Yeah, feel free to pause the video if you didn't catch it. So, anyways, today, all we are doing is we're going to go through the bikes we have. They're right over there. And we're going to be chopping them up, going over which ones we're going to use, make sure the gearing matches up more or less, and tire size, and shifting, and all that kind of stuff.
One chain going to this axle, which will spin the pedals, which will have the shifting for the front, and then we'll have shifting in the back. So these will shift at the same time, these will shift at the same time, we'll have the chain going to where you pedal. So yeah, welcome to Project EARPTT. This is going to be the first part where we actually demolish some shit. Let's have some fun.
Yep. This is for our science seminar class. First project on the channel.
You don't need to know that stuff.
Yeah, that's just for us. Don't worry about it. Okay, so what we did today, we looked over the bikes we had. You saw at the beginning we took apart that red one. That's because that one's going to be the front. We didn't really do anything other than just take that one apart.
That was on the time lapse.
No, it's on
No, we did
okay,
that.
well, if it's not on the time lapse, it's there.
In the time lapse, it's leaned up against this barrel over here. You can see it. I don't think we touched that during the time lapse, but we did rip apart these ones. What we did was we unhooked all the cables from it and chopped off the front end because we're going to use these two rear ends as the two rear pieces to the trike. We're going to build the frame off the front, which will have a tube going in between the gears here and here, and that's how both of them are going to be propelled and run the chain. And then we'll obviously hook up the shifters with the cables, so then we can shift the back, and they should hopefully shift in tandem. We'll need to count the sprockets on the gears to make sure that, the teeth on the gears. We need to check the teeth on the gears, make sure they line up right, so we're not screwing anything up, but I'm pretty sure we should be all set when it comes to that.
We still need to chop off this pedal. But yeah, we're just going to weld on the axle onto these. This one, they're a little bit different. This one, we're going to leave this whole thing on. It's going to weld right onto this gear assembly. This one, the actual the whole pedal came off, and so there's like this little metal bit that's on some bearings inside. Same with the other side, but we just chopped that one off because it's like the piece of metal for the bolt is like attached to this whole gear assembly, so that's still on there. We just chopped it right off. Chopped that right off. That was what that was about. We chopped this one off too, but that one's gonna. This whole gear assembly is gonna stay. And for measurements, for right now, these are probably gonna be. We don't have the ruler, it's over there, but these are gonna be from the outside 21 inches apart, center 20, inside 19, and then for the attaching it to the front, we're going to have like a house-like shape coming off, right? So we're going to weld two, either tubing or angle iron, don't know yet, depends on what's cheaper.
6-inch pieces coming off. Because what we're planning on doing is we're planning on having it at a point where we can take some bolts out so we can add different pieces. So one idea that we're thinking about doing is putting on a pulse jet to it that we're going to build specifically for this. And that's going to require different pieces that we can attach on. So the hope is when we're done we can have a couple of pieces to put on for pulse jet, turbo jet, when we have an alternator set up on it for just a bunch of different things, and then also for when we want to have it ride in tandem.
Yeah. And that's basically it. We just gotta, tomorrow, maybe, I don't know if we're gonna work on tomorrow, some point we're gonna be taking these off, welding that on. We have to go down to the store, which we will document, getting the pieces and stuff like that. We're gonna have to switch over this tire to the same one as this one, so they match. Because this one's older, this one's better.
Also, this tire is a lot thicker than this one, so this one we need to have this tire. We're gonna take the tire from this bike that's on the front one. We're gonna put it here onto this one and just switch the rims. Shouldn't be too hard. Just take off the tire, general mumbo jumbo stuff.
But, we're gonna say it's not that hard. Look like it'll take 2 seconds, actually half an hour. But you don't need to know that.
2 seconds is actually about a minute, or is about 2 minutes. So it'll probably take us.
It took half an hour down to it's about a minute a second.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so about a minute a second, just as a reference for that. 30 frames a minute, or
so
30 frames a second instead of 60.
So quick recap: all we did, take all the cabling off, chop this off. We're gonna build 6-inch pieces off of it. We're gonna add a housing. Housing gonna come out 8 inches, 45 degree till it comes together. The inside of the angle iron is gonna be 19 inches. So it's going to be 19 inches apart, and then come in at 45 till we meet in the middle. That's what's going to attach to the front end of the red bike that we took apart. So yeah.
We're out.
Peace.
Oh, we gotta go put this up away.
Wait. Join me.
Oh, we have the copyright music in the background. I don't think it's enough to get sued over. Okay, we're out.
Peace.